Mithram and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps. South Asia Maps is an education channel. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. The uniqueness of South Asia Maps is abstract ideas, concepts from diverse fields: geography, culture, history, battles, wars, treaties, human demography, human population, human ecology are brought to you in the iconographic form so that you can understand the things very easily. And we are continuing our fascinating series, Mithram, that is human ecology, excuse me, predicament, that is the dilemma, that is the human impasse, part 124. The title of today's presentation is Carrying Capacity, which I abbreviated CCP. Particular interest today is discussion about carrying capacity surplus. After this presentation, you will get a very good clarity of what is carrying capacity, what is carrying capacity surplus, that will put you in a different perspective to understand the current social, political, economic events with a different viewpoint. Mitron, and as you are aware, I have posted more than 400 and 60 or so presentations for you to enjoy and learn, and you can find all these things at my YouTube channel, South Asia Maps JRD. As of recording this presentation 2023 November, we have more than 160 466 videos. For your convenience, I have made put them into round about 35 or so playlists. By looking at appropriate playlists, and you can choose your interest, topic or concept and listen them and enjoy them. That is present at my YouTube channel. And this is our series. You are aware this is the Human Ecology series from the South Asia Maps, your intellectual education channel. We are talking about part 124 today, that is the carrying capacity surplus. What is meant by carrying capacity? What is meant by carrying capacity surplus? And these are the other previous presentations in the human ecology series. You can see up to 90. This is up to 65 human ecology series presentations, and excuse me, so on. You can look them in the appropriate playlist. What is a carrying capacity? What is a carrying capacity surplus? Carrying capacity surplus is very easy to remember. If you remember MPSL, that's where I remember. MP is the member of parliament, SL is Sri Lanka. That is the maximum permanently supportable load. The word permanently means indefinitely supportable load. CCP is MPSL, maximum permanently supportable load. Take for example, we have a donkey here and we have put a grain bag here. That is a load. This is the ability. This donkey has the ability to support this load permanently. We have put one bag. This is arbitrary. Suppose you put one more bag. This donkey still has the ability to support this load permanently, means eternally, forever. And still we can consider if you put one more bag of grain, this donkey has the ability to permanently support that load. That means Carrying capacity is the maximum permanently support the load, and just assume it cannot support to more than this load. Then it enters into carrying capacity deficits. Carrying capacity CCP, that is MPSL, is maximum permanently supportable load, a condition or ability where an animal or even the planet Earth or a habitat, a land, that is a district or a province, a state, a country, a continent, or entire planet Earth is ability to support certain load. In case of carrying capacity surplus, that ability exceeds the load. That is important. Its ability exceeds the load. Only 1 unit load, still ability exceeds. 2 units load, ability still exceeds. Assume there is a 3 units of the load, maybe still ability exceeds. Take for example, we have planet Earth here. That is a 510 units of area. Units is million square kilometers, among which 360 units is water, 150 units is the land mass, 150 million square kilometers. Let's say it can support 1 billion people or 2 billion people. This is just an arbitrary. Generally, it's considered 1 billion, but if you exceed, or if you, here on the other side, we can optimistically say 2 billion people, excuse me for my allergies, 2,000 million people in Indian terms, that is 200 crores or 100 crores. This is the carrying capacity surplus of the Earth that is generally presumed. That means when there is a CCP surplus, that is a very good, that is the real. When CCP saturates, that's okay at this stage. But if you start putting more load, you enter into deficit condition, that is not good. And if you put too much load, that you entered into the phantom carrying capacity, that is very bad. So at that time, we have discussed this concept in a different perspective. Today, I am discussing it in a different perspective. Let's say this is a habitat. Let's say 3.3 kilometers means 10 square kilometers. Why I have taken that? In the Rayalaseema ceded district, Andhra Pradesh, Deccan, south of Burhanpur Pass, that is Narmada, Tapti gaps, average village in ceded districts around about 10 square kilometers. That's, let's say, 10,000 years back, it can support, let's say, 10 people, hunters and gatherers, this entire 10 square kilometers. After humans invented agriculture, that itself can support now, let's say, farming, agricultural societies, instead of hunters and gatherers, 500 people. That means we can say there is a carrying capacity surplus in that area still. The maximum number carrying capacity also depends upon the not only the population but also their economic status, social organization, their affluence, standard of living. Suppose if everybody lives a simple hut or small brick houses, that's okay. But if they build mansions, palatial houses, pave the roads, everybody using the two-wheelers or four-wheelers, so then you are putting more and more load. That factor you have to keep in mind. So that's very, very important. Today, most of the time, the modern socio-political discussions, this concept is not mentioned to many people. That is one of the issue we face today. How do you put this entire thing into proper perspective? Let's say around about 1500, voyages discoveries from the world, Europe, Africa, Asia, Eurasia, Columbus and Vespucci, Amerigo Vespucci, those navigators found a new land, excess land to Americas and Australia, New Zealand. There was a carrying capacity surplus at that time. This land has a very few people at that time. European colonists colonized it and started agriculture. Later industrialization gave them high standard of living. But after World War One, World War Two, the entire concept of carrying capacity surplus start diminishing. That is a very important concept we have to keep in mind when we discuss the modern socio-political events without mentioning or understanding the concept of carrying capacity surplus, carrying capacity deficits is saying that discussing about Ramayana without mentioning Rama, the important character, or playing the Macbeth without Prince of Denmark. So it this concept of carrying capacity surplus should be very clear to you. Unfortunately, today on the planet Earth, no country has a carrying capacity surplus, and that will lead us into carrying capacity deficits. We will explore in the next presentations 125. Thank you very much, Mitravan Bandhu, joining me today. If you like these presentations, and please subscribe the channel and bring this knowledge to your friends. Also liberally post your comments or suggestions.